Yes.
But do you think vijana ama the youth in the country wanapatiwa an opportunity and enough space to shape the governance and policy in the country?
My short answer is no. Not even just in Kenya, even globally. I have seen the biggest gap with especially giant or established institutions, governments, African unions, COMESA, the United Nations. You know, there is this tendency of trying to set up a youth advisory wing to, and these institutions don't know how to engage with these young people. They don't know how to embed their ideas into their bureaucratic and long-standing, the way they have been running things is not the way the young people want to run them. And that way there's a big clash even internally. You will get yourself in an advisory unit, let's say like the National Youth Council in government here, the Kenya National Youth Council. You find that it's quite difficult when you're trying to even engage the government that you're also working for. And they're not seeing things the way you're seeing them. And then a different issue for Kenya, I would say, is that there are so many pockets of youth engagements within government. You'll see the Kenya National Youth Council, then you'll see the National Youth Service, then you'll see NACADA, then you'll see the National Youth Empowerment Programs, then there's the Hustler Fund, then there's there are so
Kazi kwa
many
vijana.
And you see, if you look at them, they're all in different ministries. And we had a very proper initiative that I think would have given better light to young people of having a National Youth Commission where you collapse all these small entities and put them in one unit. Because you'll find that governments, they don't communicate with each other. And that way they're not even able to know what do young people need. Now, why would NACADA be in the Ministry of Interior? I mean, it is not an arresting organ. It is not an investigative organ. It is an advocacy organ, which should be either with the National Youth Council or with the Ministry of Youth and the National Youth Service. Why is it in the Ministry of Labor? Bring it, put them together so that when you're even keeping track of what government is doing for the youth, it's much easier. That's just a perspective I have. But then again, I still think there's so much to be done.